Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Wargroove. So we're going to start a new arcade mode game, and I think we're going to play as Elodie a little bit. I want to see her Wargroove in actual action, not bound up by nonsense story mode restrictions. So let's see how she actually plays. And I think we're going to try it on hard. I'm assuming that if we win on hard, we will earn all 5 of these stars, because otherwise why would normal and hard both be, you know. I'm hoping that's how it works. We're going to find out for sure. So, let's step in here. I don't know what hard actually means. I assume that it will have no, we're definitely not reading any story related to this thing. I assume that it will just mean that they start with more money or get more income, and that it will not affect the actual combat values of the units. We are probably, going to want to turn damage ranges back on. They started with 1,000 income. I bet it's just like they have like more bonus income or something. All right, so we did this map a little bit previously. It is definitely in our best interest to get that as quickly as possible. The question is, do we want to have Elodie push over to the right and fight these units and try to build up her Wargroove real quickly? I guess it's dangerous to push over to the right because we're just going to end up fighting their commander with a bunch of extra units. I guess let's move over here and see what they do. And we have 600 money to start with. I'm actually going to get us a ranger. Knights are awfully powerful, but rangers can deal damage without taking any damage, and that sustainability might be really important to us. Plus, we can just get ourselves a knight now, right? So wait, you can shoot as far forward as... Huh. Oh, right. It's showing the wrong range here because it's raining. It will not always be raining, so this is actually not a safe spot to stand. We can stand here safely, though. We'll get ourselves a knight. Interesting choice. They hired a ballista for some reason. Alright, I think I want to cap this first, and then like hire another swordsman or something to help cap this out and stay safe. So Elodie can just run forward, and this seems like a very good move, right? We drop that guy, we get a bunch of Wargroove charge, the ballista can't actually attack us here. And if the ballista wants to sit still and shoot at one of our other approaching units, I'm 100% fine with that. So with 500 money left, what do I want to buy? I kind of want to grab an alchemist. Able to catch up and participate in this fight quickly. Potentially able to heal us. Keep the pressure on. Do that and that. Make sure we get rid of this thing. It does take a long time to charge her Wargroove. So what do we need? Honestly, another knight is probably a good idea. Okay, so for some reason they're convinced that ballistas are just like the best possible unit. I'm tempted to try to just kill their commander. I don't think we're going to be able to get there. Alright, what if we... Probably makes sense to try to drop their archer down to a point of not being dangerous. You can just run over here, that makes sense. Cap this. Probably just want a swordsman here. And then I think I'm probably going to heal this turn. Definitely want to do some damage to this thing. I'm debating whether we pull the knight back to a healing position or whether I just use the heal on Elodie and the archer. I should probably do this. We'll just let that guy not be very healthy. So it's probably heal Elodie and then attack their commander. This will keep us at about the same level of health, and we have way more damage to way more ability to deal damage here than they do. We might get lucky and just be able to overtake them right here. And I don't think it's worth hiring a swordsman. You just end the turn. So this swordsman is not a threat to anything around here by himself. Okay, their commander flees, as she must. But I don't know if it's going to be good enough. We get a crit on her. To shoot her with the archer, so we can really chase her all the way off, right? Oh, you're kidding me. Like, Elodie's not really in any danger here, I don't think. I sort of want to just... It sucks that we rolled almost the lowest possible number in the damage range there. It was 97 to 100 and something. We rolled the 98. I kind of think I want to just attack this twice. Oh, I guess I actually can't, right? I was thinking we attack it with one person and then cap it with the other one, but we can't do that. So I'm going to get rid of this. Because we wouldn't have had the person who was going to recap it would have nowhere to stand. But now we've got them in pretty dire straits down here. You can grab this, and you can grab that. And... Knights don't have the ability to capture. I'm wondering if I want to buy a knight to run up here, or potentially to run over there. Oh, Elodie's got her Wargroove up. How exactly does it work? Just bring it on... So, again, the Wargroove descriptions lacking a lot of information that would be really useful. Bringing it permanently under Elodie's control, temporarily under Elodie's control. Are there any other limitations? Can it only be used on something that's adjacent? We don't see any targeting indicator, so I'm going to assume that that's how it works. Should be used on the enemy's most powerful and expensive units to maintain military and economic advantage. Okay, perfectly sensible. Her Wargroove may not actually end up being meaningful here, because it kind of depends on what this battle pup does. But we might be able to win just by the knight chasing down their commander. I'm going to hire a knight up here, I think. This is how we're going to use our money. So we can try to head her off as she retreats. Okay, so yeah, the battle pup did not take very much damage. Which means we could do... Okay, Nocturne of Woe does only work on adjacent units. But yeah, we win. Okay, that was easy enough. But we know they don't remain that easy. I'm not... Can we just hit... Nope, there's no button that is just skip all of the dialogue. I have to click for each box. A little bit annoying. Alright, so we need to hold the recruitment buildings as best we can. So your job is to get down here. I'm going to have Elodie and the battle pup move forward, I think. And I'm going to grab an alchemist so that we have a unit that moves quickly, but can still capture and is capable of actually winning combat against things that matter. If I capture this turn, I won't be able to capture the barracks next turn, and I think that's way more important. So we definitely don't want to just wait. I mean, we could grab a trebuchet. You know, we have an opportunity. Let's grab the trebuchet nice and early. Yeah, the AI loves ballistas for some reason. It's kind of weird, because they seem to be just terrible units. kind of weird that the wind mechanic exists, but they do so little with it in the campaign. I know that I have heard the game has really great custom content authorship type tools, so probably some people have done some cool stuff online. We might take a look at some of that stuff. In fact, let me know if there are any user-generated campaigns that you think are really interesting. Let me know about that in the comments of this episode, and I'll take a look at some of that stuff. Do we just want to buy a wagon now? Combat's going to be taking place far enough forward that things purchased here, we're going to have a hard time actually getting them to the front if we don't pick up a wagon at some point. Alright, they got themselves a giant. I'm glad I have my trebuchet. You can grab that. I'm going to make a push for this barracks down here. We'll see if they let me have it. I'm kind of thinking I want Elodie to move in that direction, but maybe I want her to move up here so that we can be a threat to the battle pup and stuff. Like, we definitely want to get ourselves into a position where Elodie can get some killing blows, right? It doesn't make a lot of sense for me to attack here. This battle pup's job is going to largely be just like being a threat. He doesn't have anything valuable to do right at the moment. I'll get my own golem. The wagon move, like, over to here, because it may be the case that we want to pick up some of these units from the south. We'll give them a place to stand so they can jump in the wagon. And I guess just be nearby, right? So let's see here. This thing has a range of 2 to 6. We cannot bring the trebuchet into firing range without bringing it into range to get ballista'd. We have to be pretty careful because the giant is now far enough forward to be a threat to us. I think I'm just going to move Elodie to here and finish off the battle pop, so we're well defended. Put this trebuchet in a position like behind the trees where it's well covered. The ballista can shoot me, but I cannot be attacked in this position by any other units this turn. And if anything wants to move into fight, then it gets ballista'd a bunch. I think I might just use the wagon to relocate the alchemist real quick here. I don't think the battle pup's a very good unit. I'm debating trying to like bait forward their archer enough versus just sacrificing the battle pup. I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to just sacrifice the battle pup to crush up that ballista. And let's hire ourselves... I think I'm going to hire an alchemist here so we can continue to put pressure on that, and we'll get ourselves a knight back home. We need something that can actually make it to the front. Okay. They moved a bunch of stuff into positions where we can destroy it. She might be able to get that kill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I do not want to be right there. I'm going to get knight critted. We almost certainly have to do this, right? That's gotta happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so Elodie could take this guy pretty easily, pretty safely. We could have Elodie... I mean, I could do this and just be ready for it. You know, I have a healer nearby. Am I going to let the ballista just sit there? I think I am. I don't think I'm going to do anything about the ballista this turn. It does such poor damage that I kind of don't care about it, you know? So I'm going to hire myself a ranger here. We're going to run the wagon back to pick him up. Down here, I'm going to hire another knight and join the battle pretty quickly. I kind of can't believe they put no effort into this at all. We're just going to go take this with this alchemist trivially. I think I'm going to put this guy forward as a, like, they can sacrifice to, they can have somebody come take him and allow me to then punish that person for doing so. Or they can let him go and just have him capture stuff and get us an economic advantage. I think I may actually just have Elodie fall back. I guess this is very safe. Yeah, this is very safe, though I can't get Knight charged. The Giant doesn't have a lot of health, and that gets me Wargroove, which is important. So now I have proper Wargroove up. I don't think that Knight's going to lose any health at all, and then we're going to take it over. Ah, but I can't do it unless somebody kills this thing for me. Yes, that's all you can do this turn. It does kind of feel like the enemy's not making great decisions, to be honest with you. May as well just grab that. So, sadly, I cannot quite access that knight. I could have Elodie just run over and take control of this guy, I guess. Yeah, maybe actually that's worth doing. Yeah, let's throw a heal. It'd be great if Elodie didn't die this turn. We'll just take control of the archer. Well, I'll do it from the grass space because that gives a little bit more defense.
I claim your heart.
I'm high enough on health that they can't, even if they focus all of their units in the area on me, they can't kill me. I probably would rather back off than get the crit. I think that's a pretty reasonable read of the situation. I don't care about the battle pup at all. Let's just do this, soften up that knight, and yeah, I think we're in really good shape now. I think they're going to have a hard time getting anything done here. And we still have 700 gold left. I think I'll just hold it, actually. We'll make a big turn higher, like a giant or a trebuchet right there. Yeah. Maybe we're making so much money that I should have still hired something. Okay, well this feels like this feels a little bit like them just totally giving up, right? Actually, do you have enough health to... Yeah, you can just take this guy down. Let's start that charge again. Am I going to sacrifice my knight? Yeah, I think so. I'm going to sacrifice my knight in an attempt to bait the giant forward. I mean, we can do a lot of work here, actually. I can finish uncapping that. We're rolling pretty poorly, it feels like, on a lot of these attacks. I want you to end up there. No, you know what? I'm going to have you push this way so that we can have this guy just come back and cap this. And then our giant, I think I want to be a little bit careful with. I'm going to go ahead and heal. Just try to keep Elodie safe. Buy another trebuchet down here. I don't want to run my giant into range for them. I think I want to actually maybe just keep the giant right here. Yeah, I think that's right. And then we can go back and pick up something. Hire another ranger. What's my income right now? My income right now is probably quite high. 1,200. So I'm thinking I want to hire a giant out of this barracks on the next turn, but it turns out I can just spend everything. Let's grab another ranger then, I suppose. Or another alchemist? No, another ranger. Alright, let's see what they do with the position they have put themselves in. Okay, that's interesting. Not, I think, the decision that I would have made. Okay, yeah, sorry. Somebody who's not going to get counterattacked. Soften this guy up a little bit. Alright, 75% of the way to the Wargroove. You get to crush that guy. I don't think I want to attack their lord with my knight. Not this turn, at least. Yeah, you know what? Go ahead and capture it. So we could have our knight attack one of these buildings instead and get a pretty solid crit off here. I want to put myself in a position where I'm a threat to the ballista, basically. Yeah, I guess I'll just hang out here. And that means I don't get to buy the golem, but I also don't really need to anymore. It looks like we're in really good shape here. We can try to bait their lord forward, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, I'm gonna stand right here. I'm gonna attempt to bait their lord into optimal trebuchet range, and we may just clean up their lord on this coming turn. Well, he went for it. I might load this archer into the wagon and just use it to move him forward. So Elodie cannot participate in combat with the Lord this turn anyway. I think I might just hurl my archer at him. Or my alchemist, rather. Nobody else can quite reach him. But yeah, I do believe this is over. Hard to imagine them figuring out a way to survive it. Can't get you into a position where your heal matters at all. Certainly not going to bother attacking a building at this point. Okay, so he's very trapped. I wonder, given that position...
will claim you.
I was kind of curious whether he would actually attack, even though it would definitely kill him, just because he had no other options. But it turns out they're a little bit smarter than that. Yeah, I gotta say, Elodie does seem very powerful.
Yes.
Valder is definitely not a not a very impressive enemy. Okay, well, let's have somebody go over and grab that. I'm not sure how much that actually matters. It's a little closer. Well, like, it's definitely a worse place to hire things like trebuchets. I guess just having more than one building we can use to hire troops is important. This one's going to be a little slower paced. So we're going to be able to take over the middle of the map. Guess I'll hire a wagon. I'm going to need a wagon. It does suck to be totally broke at this point. And as always, the ballista. It's just like, how can we spend the maximum amount of gold while not actually influencing the battle at all? You grab that. And you just, like, wait for him. 1, 2, 3, 4 right here, I guess. And I think I might hold off so that we can hire a knight or something. A knight or a ranger would be really nice to have. Right, we just have to bait some of these little dudes forward so that Elodie can get some kills and be able to, especially in a battle like this that's a little economically tighter because there's so much less money flying around, being able to steal an enemy unit is going to have a really big effect. Uncap that and send you over here. Trying to bait this archer into a position where we can do something terrible to him. Do I actually have you just run? I think I have you just run because I think I want the wagon for the ranger that we're going to buy here. And then we'll buy a knight next turn. So you can wait right there. He'll be able to jump in. Okay. They are hiring some stuff that matters a little bit now. I would rather have Elodie attack the archer. Pretty likely to get him. Okay, that works out really well for us. Let's cap this. Wow, you get all the way up there, huh? Okay. So we have 900 left. Does it make much difference where we hire the knight? Not really, I don't think. Because the battle is happening pretty far away from where we get him no matter what. And then maybe the next thing we hire should be a trebuchet? Like, we gotta have a good answer to a giant. We could, of course, just hire our own giant. That would be one way to handle it. Okay, so he's going to hire a terrible skeleton. He's going to summon a terrible skeleton. I'm going to cap my Wargroove off here. That thing's just going to try to uncap this building from us, which I'm actually very okay with. Oh, right, I have temporarily reduced ranged attack range. Well, I move up here and attack him. That's gonna suck. If I do this, we can probably uncap this the rest of the way with the knight next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, he's gonna be able to do it by himself. Never mind, let's not waste the health. What do we want to do here? If we were ever going to do something like this, this would be the moment, right? But I don't know that I really want to. I sort of want to have the alchemist heal, but we can't afford to do that. I'm going to steal that giant. Yeah, they're totally going to let me steal that giant. Alright, I am going to hire a trebuchet. We'll just have the alchemist fall back and remain safe for a little while. I'm not going to have the archer charge forward because I don't want to lose it. Elodie is not in the safest possible location. She's definitely going to get hit a couple of times here. I should probably have had the archer move in there. No, I didn't move the archer into that position intentionally so that What's-His-Face would not be able to just run forward and kill me. And there's no reason for the wagon really to remain up here, so... Okay. I think we're in really good shape, provided that this giant comes forward far enough for me to steal him. I do have to survive, though. So we have a heal. I made sure that we would have enough money for a heal this turn. But even so, I'm wondering if going for this is maybe unwise. Okay, so that sucks, but not super unexpected. Yeah, if I take the giant over, I die. Well, that's crummy. think we're going to have to just fall back and slow play it a little. Because the heal's only 20%. So, say I take the giant right where he is. Have the giant run forward and attack you. You go 1, 2, 3, and are able to shoot me. He's also able to shoot me. He's also able to hit me. So yeah, she definitely dies. That's a real shame. So, maximum distance fallback, you move to here. Feel like that, because somebody has to stand in front of Elodie, otherwise the giant just kills her. And... honestly, we could sort of use pikes. Like, a couple of spearmen who can stand next to each other and just toughen things up. I'm actually going to have you move to here. We'll grab this guy and send him to the front and then come back for the other one. Okay, yep, no big surprise there. Okay, I think I can safely grab the giant now. Maybe. Alright, I'm pretty sure I do that. You over to here. She's at 35%. So I do this, get a crit. If you come forward, Nocturne of Blow the giant. And then just have the giant punch this dude. Elodie's not in any danger from him. Actually, have the giant punch this dude from this side to cut off his escape a little bit. Not only am I not in any danger, but I'm actually maybe going to win now. Okay, yeah, I'm actually feeling pretty good about our position. Right, because at 32%, he's not going to be able to hit me for almost anything. Okay. Their ability to put pressure on us is very, very low. Like that giant, yeah, that knight is going to consume a lot of attention. Okay, he just killed himself. I mean, that's certainly it's a brave strategy. It's possible that the AI is not really designed to take Elodie's ability into account there.
Huh?
It looks like the last level is against another Elodie, so we're gonna have to be cautious ourselves. So we can grab that. We have a little bit more to think about here. There are towers available eventually. Alright, I'm going to grab a merfolk right away just so that we can, you know, get all of the income. And we are really all about winning battles economically here. So we got to watch out. They have a ship hiring building on the north edge of the area. We could get another merfolk just to try to like put ourselves in a position where we can defend against this. They have 800 income right now. So we're going to have a hard time holding the coast. I think I'm going to just save this turn. We're going to need to hire a turtle or something. It probably is more sensible for you to just run around rather than trying to make your way through the mountains. Yeah, and I'm gonna get a sea turtle up here just so we can play a little bit of defense at the top of the map. Do we want to hire a wagon? Actually, you know what? Yes, I do want to hire a wagon this turn. So we could have somebody race way forward to grab a tower. I should have done that on the first turn. Maybe even delayed the merfolk. Yeah, I think that probably was the right play. First turn wagon. Okay, well, if we end up having to retry this, now we at least know. There's that ballista. you just get in the wagon. Alright, you're gonna come down here and grab this stuff for me. And we can get like a knight and actually be a little bit of a threat to them now. Doesn't help us cap, but I think it's a pretty important play. We can at least let this guy know that he is not safe. Okay, so they did get a harpoon ship. This is all shallow water, though. Harpoon ships only have 4 moves, so actually, yeah, that harpoon ship is going to have a hell of a time contributing. So, like, nothing is more important than the tower down here. Move Elodie into sort of an aggressive position, and we got to figure out what we're going to supplement her with. I suppose it could be... we could get a ranger. That's probably a thing worth having. Still after all of these. What I would really like to do is prevent them from getting a tower. So probably our move here should be to like take this area over. Maybe I go back and I grab this other swordsman. Because Elodie could capture this next turn. Or we could just have somebody else do it later. Yeah, maybe like... maybe I just want to capture or wagon this swordsman up and have him come over here. If we have complete flying dominance, I guess in that situation their ballista play is not totally crazy. Forward giant is definitely strong. Certainly a thing we have to think about. Well, their strategy of totally ceding control of the water to me does make my turtle less powerful. I'll give them that. Need to be pretty careful about the giant. And I guess I can buy myself a siege engine. What do we want to do with this wagon? You know, I think I'm going to have the wagon be a way of making sure the archer's in the right position. We'll get this under control. I'm not going to stress about it too much. Do I even want this? Or do I want this badly enough to move for it? I think I'll have Elodie do it. This guy can just run for the tower, maybe? See if this baits them into moving forward. I guess I put him in firing range. You wait here. Okay. And then, yeah, don't have anything else I can do. Don't have any money. Oh, I didn't move the turtle. Yeah, well, obviously, fix that. So, a knight over here is a very dangerous thing. I don't have a lot of good ways of dealing with this knight. We have to watch out for the giant and for their knight. It's a real next turn kind of problem. I'm going to take out the battle pop really quickly. I'm going to do this with the wagon. I'm going to let it serve as a roadblock. I'm going to have this guy just run for the tower. Let's see exactly how much they want to stop me. So then with 950 gold left, what am I doing? I sort of want to save up for a dragon, honestly. There's something to be said for taking a witch for the hexing ability. I think I'm going to save for the dragon. So my income right now is 900. I need to leave myself with 350 if I want a dragon. We can actually hire another knight. Yeah. That sounds pretty okay. I think our knight should survive the turn. Boy, guys, I don't know if that's a good play. Alright, well, we can mostly kill that dude. Okay, all that stuff happens for sure. We also kind of want a cannon ship. Like, I want a dragon. I think I want the dragon. Here's a question. Does it make more sense to hold off on the dragon until we have, like, hire the dragon from here? Do I maybe buy a warship right now? I think I'm going to. I mean, obviously, since I'm already doing it. Okay, so we'll replenish our military, our navy here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I have Elodie just stand right here and kill this guy, the giant can punch her. Maybe what we want to do is back off like this. This guy is completely ignorable. Nobody's afraid of a swordsman with 1% health. I do sort of just want to rush over here. Like, sacrificing a knight isn't great. You know what? Maybe I just fall back. Maybe I just fall back. I could have moved the wagon here first, and then had this guy run up. Yeah, that probably would have been a better play. Well, just do it now. Okay, so they are not, in fact, going to be able to stop me from getting to the tower, I don't think. They're trying, though. Alright, so, first things first. Ooh, that is tempting. But I think we gotta do this, right? Alright, so he's very killable. Take you out. Ooh, that is interesting. Do you have enough damage? You maybe have enough damage to finish the giant. Oh. Okay, I think I'm going to do this with this knight. There's a crit available. Yeah, I guess I'm not too afraid of the alchemist. We can deal with the alchemist. You're at 95%. If they move this trebuchet over here, maybe that's what gets requiemed. Like, we have a lot of options, actually. Put you right in front of the commander. Getting 2 spaces closer is not necessarily actually going to give me shooting range, but it's a start. I don't want to give the harpoon ship the free shot. And then do we want to grab a harpoon ship of our own, or... We're not going to be able to hire a dragon for a couple of turns. We can just get another cannon ship and deal with turtles with overwhelming force. Because the cannon ship has a lot of other application. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay, I think this has turned out pretty well for us. They're bringing in another giant, it looks like. So yeah, we just run up here. Well, I have my Wargroove, so I don't have to be pushing super hard for killing blows on Requiem anymore. Well, I guess we can just finish this guy off this way since we have the shortened ranged attacks this turn. I don't think I want to have Elodie run forward. Yeah, because that's... Oh no, that space is... Well, that space will be in Trebuchet range next turn, though. I think I'm okay doing this, even though it's definitely going to lead to the death of that swordsman, because he's just a swordsman. Let's see, we could run to here. It's actually going to be snowy next turn, too. Yeah, I think we can afford to get a little aggressive with our turtle now. And next turn we want to make sure that we have 1250 available, right? So... Oh, I'm just like totally not even moving this guy around over here. I have spaced on him. I want to let them move stuff forward a little bit more before I have Elodie do any attacking. Or before I have Elodie like really join the battle. I'm trying to figure out what the safe range is on that. Okay, we're probably going to want a healer. The wagon in a position to pick you up. I'm going to have Elodie move like down here. Be in a position where we can use her ability quickly, but not in a position where I have to worry about her dying. Okay, I think that's fine. So, yeah, I think we just hold from here. Them not getting a tower, I think, is going to really turn out to bite them in the ass. Okay, that's fine. Okay, they just handed me that trebuchet if I want it. It was definitely interesting. They have a lot of units over here, but a lot of them are in pretty bad shape. I'm just going to take the trebuchet. Then we'll move our own trebuchet in, and we're going to take a bunch of damage here, and that's not avoidable. But we're going to punish them for coming back at us. So it's still going to be cold next turn. We're going to have limited range. Critical hit at max range, not at 5 spaces. So if we move this guy to here, if the giant comes forward to punch Elodie, we get a crit on him. But if the giant comes forward to punch our other trebuchet, I can't hit him. So I'm going to move one space further forward then. I think we can afford to expose the archer. I'm going to do it like this. And we're going to hire ourselves an Emberwing. We have to keep an eye out for the ballista. But we're going to be able to pressure the ballista pretty hard soon, and the Emberwing can be in a lot of places the ballista can't be in. So you grab that. I'm going to be a little careful about their turtle. Okay, I feel like we're in a pretty good spot here. Elodie is definitely going to take some damage this turn, but most of their units are too wounded to actually harm us. Yeah, I think we're in a good spot. That trebuchet, or the ballista, did way more damage than I was remembering it as doing.
Shall I play you a song?
Oh, we have to start again from the beginning. Well, that's a little tedious. Okay, I guess what I'll do here is play back up to that same point. Yeah, man. So, like, they know you can beat the earlier battles, and also they're kind of super easy and not that fun because of how super easy they are, but you have to replay them all the way. Sometimes it seems like this game doesn't really want you to have fun with it. That's definitely the feeling I've been getting the last couple episodes. Alright, well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna just call this one here for today, and I'll bring you guys back in at the beginning of the Mercia battle for the next episode. So we'll see you then.